It's Paul Marsh here on Express, and I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by one of the best comedians in the UK right now, Russell Kane. Thank you for joining me.
No, thank you very much.
I have to say, I've done hundreds, if not possibly thousands, of interviews, and I'm really, really nervous about this one because it's like
Uh-oh.
sitting in the front row of a comedy event, isn't it? You sit in the front row of a comedy, and then you know that the comedian is going to pick on you. So it doesn't get much more front row than literally sitting on a
or
webcam like
or,
this.
marry you. My wife was in the front row of my comedy gig, and we've been married 10 years, so you never know.
Well,
Either way, you're getting
I
screwed.
mean, shall I take the ring off now? Shall I take the ring off? Russell, how are you enjoying the summer holiday so far?
Well, it's why can't we have something in between burning everything we own on a Greek island and being covered in rain 24/7? I mean, that really is your choice now. We're sort of watching the news in the UK going, hey, it's so hot, people are being evacuated. I've bought like co-ord two-piece sets with shorts and shirts I've not even managed to put on. I
No
bought
chance.
ironic feeler shorts that are low cut, and I'm in jeans and trainers. What's going on?
Do you know what? I made the decision today. Do I put on a short sleeve or a long sleeve shirt? Because that's the weather we have in England.
It's literally August. Literally.
I've got the kids sat out in the studio right now, just sitting on their iPads, really, because there's just nothing else to do.
It's absolutely crazy. I mean, that's why we end up, going on holiday in the UK. That's why it's such a big thing for us.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, we're not going away this year, but we went away last year and we're going away next year. And I was talking about this with my wife. Now, my wife is super, 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 super organized. Like one of
Ah,
the most organized people you've ever met in your entire life. And she is what is known as an airport ace.
yes. So you're referring to this survey that British Airways has done. And the reason I'm involved is twofold. Number one, I already work for them fundraising on their Flying Start program. That's how I heard about this. And I already talk about this on stage. I mean, broadly speak, there are sort of 5 or 6 types of traveller, but they fall into 2 groups. The super organised, spring out of bed 4 hours before the flight, get there nice and early, go for a bit of breakfast, do a bit of window shopping, get yourself a new book from W.H. Smith, enjoy the 3 hours. That's group one. And group two can't pick up a sock and would rather get to the airport as the plane's taking off and jump on the wing just to be able to say, well, it was worth it because I had an extra 20 minutes in bed. Was it really? My veins bulging on my head. Like, just get yourself organised. I mean, I fly loads of different airlines, but BA, they send an email 24 hours before. Just there's a checklist in there.
Yeah, yep.
Do the basics. It's not just about you and your sorry ability not to put liquids in a bag or understand what a belt is or what security is or what a boarding pass is. You're affecting other people around you if you are, let's go for one of our other types, an airport ambler, someone who just wanders through the airport, relaxed, slipping on their own drool, last person on the plane when there's no storage luggage. I'm sick of wiping the bums of these people. You've got the autopilot people as well who just sort of carried along. You know, when you watch a leaf out of the window and you're like, how's that going down the road on its own? That's what some people are like when they're traveling, like a dead leaf.
Well, I'll put my hand up right now because when I'm with my wife, that's me. Because, like I say, she's so super organized that all I know is, children back in the 70s and 80s used to like be attached to their parents with a bit of string. That's
That's
me
what
in
we
an
need.
airport. That's me in an airport with my wife. She puts a bit of string on me, and I just kind of
Yeah,
get dragged around the
I
airport.
like that.
And,
I'm up for reins. I would be in favour of adult reins, definitely. My father-in-law falls into the other group you've got to watch out for. I call them, and so they call them as well in the survey, the airport adventurer. These are people that are like, I'm just going to go off a bit lone wolf on my own. I don't have an issue with that. If we're all sat in the seating or in a lounge and you want to go off and buy some aftershave and be on your own, that's great. What I can't bear is when the airport adventurer, you turn around and they're just gone. They saw something in a shop,
yes, yeah.
they saw a sandwich, announce to the group if you're an adventurer that you're breaking away. And if they're over 65, the phone's already off because of their phobia of spending
Well,
1p on data roaming. So you can't even phone them. So adventurers are risky. You
well,
should
that's
pair them
kids,
with
isn't it? Really, kids are the
yes,
adventurers as
yeah.
well.
Oh God.
Shiny things have taken their notice.
And pair them with the last one in the group, which is an airport athlete. I love these guys. These are the ones that know the shortest route through. Sorry, Terminal 3 has more delays than Terminal 2. If you wait until gate 43, there's a Costa Coffee there with no queue. They don't take the escalator because they know this set of stairs are quicker. They know how to get through the airport aerodynamic and on speed. You need one of those in the group. Pair those with your adventurers and your dawdlers, and you'll be absolutely fine.
So I'm going to very quickly tell you a story from around about 10, maybe even 15 years ago. My friend and I were going on holiday. We were both DJing on a Friday night. Our flight was at something like 6 o'clock Saturday morning. So we both said, right, finish at 2 o'clock. We're just going to get up there, get ourselves sorted. He finished an hour early and thought it would be a really good idea to go home and get his head down for an hour. Do we think that was a good idea? No, of course it wasn't. So he overslept, and I'm phoning and phoning and phoning. Eventually, about 15 minutes after we were due to leave, he phones me, oh, I'm on my way, mate. I'm on my way, mate. We shoot up to Gatwick, 100 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour. Of course, we weren't breaking
70 miles an hour.
limits.
Yeah, 100 kilometers now, you meant to say.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, European, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, we get there just about on time. We check in, we're late, but we check in, we're on time. We look at our watches. We got around half an hour. That's plenty of time for cooked breakfast, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. We sat down for a cooked breakfast to hear our names being called and had to leg it the entire length of Gatwick. And the last,
I've never met one in real life. The people who are called to the plane.
It's the only time it's ever happened, but it did happen to us.
It's what it is with time. Yeah. If you look on Google Maps and it's 30 minutes currently to get to the airport, which is a dream world if you're from London, but let's just say it's 30 minutes to get to the airport. That doesn't mean that you get off of your butt 30 minutes from when you're due there. You get off from your bum 5 to 8 minutes or 10 to 15 if you've got kids before the wheels move on the driveway. You leave an additional 10 minutes on the journey and you add 5-10 minutes the other end to park. A half an hour journey takes 55 to 60 minutes. Why can't people get their head around it? Just if you're an ambler or an autopilot, just double your time and do your checklist as well. Go through. Have you got your liquids ready to go into a bag? I mean, why are people still acting surprised by this? It's been going on since 2002. What, you have to put your liquids into a bag? Yeah, for the last 21 years.
So do you think the big difference then is from basically when you have kids, you have to become a little bit more organized and you take that into the airport?
Well, yeah, you do have to become more organized when you have kids, but even the childless versions of these people, they still can't estimate time. They still are like getting out there. Oh, I've left a nail varnish and a 2-gallon bottle of milk in my case. I must have missed it. How did I miss a 2-gallon bottle of milk and 9 nail varnish? Because you're not bothered enough to check and respect the other people in the queue. That's why.
I took a football team to America once, and we gave all of the young lads, who are all under 18s, gave them all the advice. Don't take this in, don't take this in. One of them got to the other side, was harassed by a dog, and found that he had brought a banana with him from England. Like, they don't have bananas in America.
No, illegal bananas though. Yeah, but European bananas bring communism with them, so they've got to be careful.
Russell, I really, really love talking to you. If you want to tell us where we can find out how to become an airport ace, give us some tips of where we can find that out.
Well, if you're flying, you get these emails the night before on almost every airline. But I'm flying BA, so I know that they send one the night before. Open that email, go through the tips, make sure all your lotions and potions are packed. I feel weird saying it, but if you wish to pass and board, make sure you have a boarding pass. Have it. If you're hand luggage only and going through, do it. And don't be eating a cooked breakfast. Be at your gate 50 minutes before. Don't be like, have you got any ketchup? While other people with children are being disrespected while you dollop ketchup onto your bacon. Come on, upgrade yourself.
It was a long time ago. I was under the age of 30.
You'd still do it if your wife wasn't attached to you by string.
You're probably right. You're probably right, Russell. Oh, Russell, thank you so much for talking to me.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it. And I put my hands up now. I promise I'm going to become an airport ace. By next summer when we go on holiday, I will be an airport ace.
Thank you for lying to me at the end. Thank you.
Russell, all the best, mate. Have a great day.
See you later. Bye.